Hi guys, I'm Shelly Book Fanatic. Welcome back to my channel, and today I'm going to talk about the 3 books I want to read during November. First of all, I want to complain about something, and it's the Wi-Fi at my place currently. Our provider currently has maintenance work until 5 p.m. Our Wi-Fi has been down since 9 a.m. and it will be down until 5 p.m. Which means I can literally do nothing. I can't do my schoolwork because I have to do stuff online. I can film, but I can't upload this to Dropbox, which I use to edit my video. I have finished my book. Can't really update my Goodreads because I have no internet. And also, we do have things like 4G here, but 4G doesn't really work right now. Definitely not at my place because the service at my place is terrible. So this is all I can do. I can film right now, and then after that I'm going to sit on my bed and wait for the Wi-Fi to maybe work again. This is ridiculous, honestly. I did manage to load my Goodreads app for a little bit because the 4G was good at one point and then it stopped working again. For now, it is good. I managed to take a screenshot of my TBR, so I will use that screenshot to talk about the books I want to talk about in this video. Let's start talking about the books I want to read in November, shall we? The first book I want to read in November is Tell the Truth, Shame the Devil by Melina Marchetta. This book was recommended to me on Goodreads, and it sounded very exciting. I have never read anything by Melina Marchetta before, and this is a standalone adult thriller, and I don't really read that genre a lot, but I am super excited about this based on the synopsis. This book is about an inspector who is grieving the loss of his son by drowning his anger in alcohol. He gets suspended from the force, but then a bus gets exploded by a bomb, and our inspector goes to the scene, not in an official capacity, but his daughter was on that bus. His daughter survived, but so did another girl called Violet, and Violet is the suspect in this case. 13 years previously, Violet's grandfather had exploded something himself, and her mother confessed to working on the bomb with him. But before Violet can really be investigated, she disappears along with another young man. Our inspector is interested in this case, not just because his daughter was on the bus, but also because he was involved in the arrest of Violet's mother. The next book I want to talk about is called In the Shadow of Blackbirds by Kat Winters. This is a standalone adult historical fiction novel set in 1918. Some sort of apocalypse has started and everyone wears masks to ward off the Spanish influenza. And we follow our 16-year-old main character called Mary Shelley Black. And this is a supernatural book because suddenly Mary has to rethink her entire perspective on life and love because she starts seeing the ghost of the dead boy she once loved. There are also pictures in this book, and I don't know if the ebook has the pictures in it. I would have to see about that, but apparently it does feature some real photographs, and I am super excited about this book. It sounds right up my alley, very dramatic, very emotional. The last book I have on my TBR, but not necessarily the last book I want to read, Two Dark Reigns by Kendare. This is the 3rd book in the 3 Dark Crowns series. I really love this series. I think it's going to be a quartet, and I cannot tell you what the 3rd book is about, obviously. The first book is about 3 queens fighting each other to the death for one of them to become the ultimate queen of this land. This is something that has been done for generations. Triplets get born and they have to fight each other to the death for one of them to survive. And it is a very exciting story. The 2nd book was much better than the 1st book, and I cannot wait to finally read the 3rd book. This book literally just came out, and I cannot wait to continue on with the story and see where this all leads, because in the 2nd book, one of the queens did become the ultimate queen, and I don't really know after that ending where this is all going. My All About You reading challenge for this month was to read 3 books that spell out one of the 3 kingdoms. I think the 3 kingdoms are animals, minerals, and something else, but I chose the mineral kingdom and I chose amber for that. I'm not going to spell it out. I chose the amber color for the cover, and I chose 1 book because I don't have a lot of books in my TBR anymore, and that was the first book I talked about, which was Tell the Truth, Shame the Devil, which has orange on the cover, which I call Ember. And so I fulfilled that challenge for this month as well. I do want to mention another book which I maybe want to read, and that is Spinning Silver by Naomi Novik. This is the beautiful hardcover. This book recently came out. It is Naomi Novik's 2nd fairy tale retelling, and it is a Rumpelstiltskin retelling. So I am very excited to find out what this is all about, because I really loved her book Uprooted, which was also a standalone. This is another YA standalone. You can read them separately, they're not related. The main character in this book is called Miriam, and she takes up her father's work. She's very successful in this work, and rumors start swirling around that she can turn silver into gold, and the King of Winter is very interested in her because of that. He decides to set her an impossible challenge, and if she doesn't fulfill that challenge, she will die. But if Miriam wins, it may mean a fate even worse than death itself. There is another main character in this book whose fate gets interlinked with Miriam's fate. That character is called Irina. And Irina's father is scheming to wed her off to the Tsar. But the Tsar is not what he seems, and the secrets he keeps can ruin this land he rules. And I think Irina and Miriam team up to turn their fate around, prevent their lands from being destroyed. It sounds very exciting. It sounds like a book about friendship and not really romance per se. So I am all for that. So these were the books I want to read in November. Let me know down below if you read any of these books or what are you going to read in November. I would love to know. Thanks for watching. Goodbye!